Peace is the path to the prosperity of the nation. Let peace reign. News this evening, police arrest officer involved in shooting father of 3 in Elekai, Port Harcourt. Police in Rivers State arrest suspected cultists, car snatching gang, others in Port Harcourt. FRSC warns marshals against wearing uniforms to participate in protest. President Tinubu withdraws Mariam Shetty as ministerial nominee, picks another female. Port Harcourt residents dissatisfied with operational mode of Rivers State government fuel subsidy palliative buses, and on the foreign scene, ousted Niger president calls on the US for help after coup. I am Carl Orakwe with the news. A father of 3 was reportedly shot dead by policemen yesterday at a popular bar along the Elekaya axis of Port Harcourt after an outing with his wife and children. A relative of the deceased tells our correspondent that there was a car snatching incident in that area around 8 p.m. which led to an uproar and caused the victim to come out of the restaurant with his family. He was in with his family. As she said, the policeman shot at the deceased while he was inside his car with his family.
The husband was inside and they had heard the rancor outside, the noise outside, and then he came out. So when he came out, he had told the wife that, see this policeman and the man where they died, when armed robbers they don't run, now when armed robbers don't come out, they don't come. As he pulled out the car, drive off, the guy came right in front of the car and shot through the windscreen. He shot through the dashboard and hit him on the chest, and that's how the guy died.
The Rivers State Police Command says the police officer has now been arrested. The spokesperson for the command, Grace Iringe Koko, said the policeman is attached to the Police Mobile Force 43 Squadron Gumbe. SP Iringe Koko said she was told that the deceased was with his family when the police officer started shooting into the air in response to an alarm raised by some persons that there were robbers around the area. She says an investigation is ongoing. In the meantime, the Rivers State Police Command says it has arrested a notorious cult leader in Ogbolobolo in Ahoda West local government area. Ikem Thank God, popularly known as Two-Man. I take that again. The Rivers State Police Command says it has arrested a notorious cult leader in Ahoda West local government area. Ikem Thank God, popularly known as Two-Man. The Commissioner of Police in the state, Emeka Nwui, told newsmen the gang leader surrendered following a raid of criminal camps in the area by the police. He also said a similar raid was carried out at a notorious criminal hideout in Rumokuta axis of Obiakpo local government area by operatives of Octopus Strike Force.
The first one has to do with the raiding of some criminal hideouts and then some achievements there. Following, notorious criminals took to their heels, escaped through the canal and abandoned the following items: 14 rounds of 7.62 mm live ammunition, 1 rifle magazine, 50 wraps of weeds suspected to be Indian hemps, 42 sachets of hard drugs suspected to be Lao, 6 sachets of Chelsea drink, 20 sachets of Ego drinks.
CP Emeka Nwui said some car snatching gang were arrested along Port Harcourt Aba Road after operatives from the command intercepted 100 crystal with 2 occupants.
On interrogation, it was discovered that the vehicle was removed at number 1 Lawson Avenue, Wali Estate, Port Harcourt. The suspect confessed to the crime that the vehicle was removed. The suspect confessed to the crime and investigation is underway to arrest other members of the gang. And this, we're talking about these gangs that move around using master keys and other constructive ways of collecting cars from people where they are parked.
The police boss also said operatives have arrested one Isaac Koma from Bayelsa State for allegedly killing one Miss Joseph Ibuji, whose corpse was seen 2 months ago at Ibadan Street in Borokri.
People committed murder and went into the thin air thinking they would not be discovered. But by the intelligence, we were able to unravel the mystery behind that lady's death, notwithstanding that there was no physical appearance as of that very particular time, but we had a linkage. For every crime committed, there is always a linkage for a trace. We've been able to trace this very man, and he not only made confessional statements, but has been helping us to unravel most mysteries.
The Rivers CP also explained how one Precious Frank, who specializes in generating fake alerts, was arrested.
Suspect who specialized in generating fake alert from the application uses the same to defraud innocent POS operators and shopkeepers. Luck ran against them as they cleverly went to the complainant shop, did a transaction of 100,000 naira and generated a fake alert and immediately disappeared from the area. And the unveiling of a technique adopted by the fraudsters to defraud unsuspected victims.
Correspondent Soibi Ruwari reports that some of the suspects during interrogation confessed how they got involved in the crimes they were accused of.
So when she came in now, she was sick. She was an asthma patient. Let us take her to the hospital. As we were taking her to the hospital now, so very close before we were in the front of this. So front of the hospital, he was afraid.
It's a fake alert actually. I went to a POS shop for them to transfer money. Actually, after transferring the money, I did a fake alert.
Stolen vehicle. I have never been involved in any kind of this.
They used the money to take care of my mom, who has been dead.
Captain explained how he was robbed by some criminals.
They rounded my car because I immediately parked for my client to decide on which bar he wants to enter. As I parked, not up to like 30 seconds, they came from nowhere, instructed I should come down. I came down. Next thing is, where is your phone? I gave them my phone. Where is the man? I said no money. He searched. He didn't say anything. Not up to, after searching me, they were searching my clients. Not up to 30 minutes, not up to 30 seconds, the hunter team from nowhere appeared. So we are still at the spots when they appeared. Immediately they sighted the hunter team. All of them ran away.
Moving on, the National Coordinator of Special Marshal of Federal Road Safety Corps, John Ugbebo, has warned marshals to always follow the rules of engagement while embarking on their official duties. Dr. Ugbebo made this known to newsmen while commenting on one of the marshals who used the uniform of the Corps to participate in the nationwide protest by the NLC.
I want to advise subsequently that any special marshal that must go out for patrol have to take permission from his unit commanding officer or from the sector command, so that they will be aware of where is going to really operate. And also the rules have to be followed, that no special marshal should use its operational tools to lead any of such political functions or protests. They shouldn't use it at all during such rallies.
Dr. Ugbebo also said the Corps is investigating erring members. He also said that training activities have been earmarked for officers next month.
But we have decided that in the workshop which is coming up from the end of this month to early October, we are going to incorporate it as part of the workshop, and emphasis will be made on the rule of engagement so that they will all understand, especially the new special marshals who are not really frequent in our activities. The rule of engagement insists that they should have a guideline, read the guideline and operate within the rule of engagement. So it's going to be part of our workshop.
Away from that, the Speaker of the Rivers State House of Assembly, Martin Amewule, says the 10th Assembly will fulfill all its legislative promises to the people of the state. Mr. Amewule made this known during a chat with the press corps of the Assembly.
The 10th Assembly is fully committed to delivering on our promises. We have made lots of promises to our people, the good people of Rivers State, and we're in a haste to have them fulfilled. We know that the yearnings and aspirations of our people are quite high at the moment, given the challenges which we are all aware of globally. It's not just in Nigeria. Economic challenges, social problems, climate change issues, problems all over the place.
The Speaker of the Rivers State House of Assembly also promised to partner with the media while carrying out their functions.
Know about our bills, the laws we pass, to know about the motions moved, passed. It's important that people continue to partner with us as an assembly. We believe that with your partnership, with your support, our people will be better off. So I commend all of you. The key thing is that we're moving forward. So I thank all of you for coming. So I appreciate that. No one is an embodiment of knowledge. We learn from each other every day. So I commend you for the things you've been able to highlight.
Earlier, the chairman of the press corps, Ijoma Tuosia, spoke on the challenges journalists faced while doing their work during plenary. Dr. Tuosia called on the leadership of the House of Assembly to ensure they urgently address pressuring needs of the press corps. A ministerial nominee from Kano State, Mariam Shetty, was at the National Assembly complex today for screening when her name was replaced. But the Kano-born politician and her supporters were shocked when they were told at the gate of the Senate that her name has been replaced with another nominee from the state. Reacting to the development, Ms. Shetty appreciated the president's decision and congratulated Ms. Mahmood on being nominated. On Wednesday, President Tinubu added 19 names, including Ms. Shetty, to the list of ministerial nominees sent to the Senate for screening, 6 days after forwarding the first 28 names to the parliament. He, however, replaced Ms. Shetty and chose 2 others, Festus Keyamo and Dr. Maria. The former President Muhammadu Buhari, Festus Keyamo, is in a jubilant mood during state plenary today. On Twitter, Mr. Keyamo wrote, "He is a miracle working God." Still to come on the news this evening, Port Harcourt residents dissatisfied with operational mode of Rivers State Government fuel subsidy palliative buses. Do stay tuned. Welcome back. Following the holiday for pupils and students of primary and secondary schools, some parents in Port Harcourt say they are worried that they may not continue with the regular holiday lessons for their kids at home and also in school due to economic hardship. While most of them said they have resolved to do different extracurricular activities like arts and crafts, community service, amongst others, to keep their children busy, others said they have planned to take up the responsibility of teaching them.
with the way price of things have increased, we can't afford to be paying home lesson teachers to come and teach them. So I have a 2-year-old and I have a 11-year-old child. I already got a learning board for them, so I can be teaching them some things here in the house.
My son's lesson teacher comes to the house 3 times a week to tutor him, and she does that for like, let's say, 2 hours for that 3 times a week.
I would rather allow my kids to go for tech and computer related classes rather than allowing them to go for holiday lessons. This is a computer age.
This summer, I just want him to rest. I don't want him to learn anything, unlike other times. Like last year, he was going to the music school, but this year, I want him to rest.
On her part, Cool FM OAPN summer class tutor Isoija urged parents to utilize the holiday period and ensure their children get new skills.
We need to start early to groom our kids for a better future. So they need to have all the skills that they possibly can to help them pay bills. The long holiday is a perfect time to expose your kids to a whole lot of learning. It doesn't have to do with academic learning. Sometimes you just have to expose them to a lot of skills and see which one they glean towards, or which one they really like. And then, of course, you have to continue to develop those skills.
Some campus journalists from the University of Port Harcourt said they rely mainly on social media for news. They told our correspondent that it is more convenient for them due to the interactive nature of digital platforms. They also said they are considering alternative career paths other than journalism after graduation.
I plan to be an investigative journalist. I barely hold the newspaper. When I go online, I check and I'll see anything I want to. It's the same thing. I check my news online.
I hope to be more of a speech therapy than a journalist at school. So I don't really listen to radio like that, because when my dad is listening in the morning, I just have to pay little attention.
I don't listen to radio all the time. Then I even hardly get newspapers. But where I get my information from is social media. I'm a social media person. Yeah, Instagram, I'm on WhatsApp. Yeah.
Reacting to this, the executive director of the Africa Foundation for Young Media Professionals, Yinka Olaitan, said it is worrisome that social media is the primary source of information for young people. He urged young journalists not to overlook the value of mainstream media. And Mr. Yinka also addressed the issue of fake news and encouraged young journalists to explore a wide range of news sources in order to curb the spread of fake news.
They need to keep reading. They should begin to access credible media platforms, see how so they are properly done. Then listen to prominent OAP, that even if you are not going to do print journalism, you can know how to do broadcast journalism very well. Then see for mentorship opportunities, because that will help them if they are properly mentored. But then more training so that they can hone their skills. But more importantly, they must continue to write, because after reading and practicing, you can't grow beyond the level of knowledge that you are.
In business, some Port Harcourt residents say they are dissatisfied with the operational mode of the River State Government fuel subsidy palliative buses. Some of them who spoke to our correspondent said they end up trekking because of the long waiting times.
The interval so the bus will take come out, then no. It would have been as this one they come out, another one they come out. And they wait to before we can see them. Sometimes they wait 45 minutes before another bus will come out. Then they walk enough. They will come back rest. When they don't rest finish, they can't go work. If they don't feel like 2 3 hours, they don't rest finish, they can't enter work. If not to do the work, they do the work as soon as you work.
Sometimes they wait for that bus stop. I wait. And I know the same, so I was trek on that one, they go back as like around 12, sometime 2, and they come out and wait till.
I don't enter the bus like 2 times now. If I wait within 45 minutes, I make them. I feel they go back to rest, to eat. So it's road work. What an officer. Officer people say they have to rest, have to eat, and come back.
Our correspondent observed that 4 of the buses with inscriptions of Education to Rumokoro, Mile 1 to Ada George to Location Junction, Mile 1 to Lagos, and Mile 1 to Rumokoro packed at the same time for almost 2 hours on the Mile 1 flyover. One of the drivers said they often pack between 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. to avoid running without passengers.
We are not just parking. We have off-peak hour from 12 to 2. It's always our off-peak hour. So you might see some people park as they don't go on the road and run empty. If you go from that 11 to 1, we don't see much of passengers on the road. We will resume latest 7:30. If you roll out 7:30 safe, you will see if you send you back. Our closing now 5:30.
And now we'll bring you news from around the world.
Niger's ousted leader has urged the US and the entire international community to help restore constitutional order after last week's coup. In an opinion piece in the Washington Post, President Mohamed Bazoum said he was writing as a hostage. He also warned that the region could fall further under Russian influence through the Wagner Group, which already operates in neighboring countries. And that does it here on the news this evening. But before we go, here's a quick look at the major stories. Earlier on, we told you the police have arrested the policeman who shot dead a father of 3 in Elekaya, Port Harcourt. Police in River State has arrested the suspected cultist car-snatching gang others in Port Harcourt. The FRSC has warned its marshals against wearing uniforms to participate in protests. President Tinubu has withdrawn the ministerial nomination of Miriam. Port Harcourt residents say they are dissatisfied with the operational mode of the River State government fuel subsidy palliative buses. And from the foreign scene, we told you ousted Niger president has called on the US for help after coup. The news was edited by Martha Okere-Nkem. Cloudy weather is expected in Port Harcourt this evening. Do remember, peace is the path to the prosperity of a nation. Let peace reign. I am Carl Orakwe. Good evening.